Morris Lipson Jr. here at Ancira Ford today, where our prediction show is coming to you from. And we've got the Ruben Valadez, who is out of town today. But we are here at Ancira Ford with the whole crew from both the Mavericks and the Eagles and our athletic director, Eric Villaseñor, and a special guest today. First of all, I want to thank Ancira Ford for Rodney Wynn for having us here at Ancira Ford, and we want to thank Mr. Rodney Wynn for having us here today. We also want to thank our Universal Media Connection sponsors from KINL, Sangat Furniture, La Villita Tortilla Factory, Maverick Auto Glass, Border Federal Credit Union, Stat Emergency, Texas Diamond Garage, Jad Harper, attorney at law, Saritas Tortilla Factory, Joe Ruiz and Associates, Lorena Melo State Farm, Choches Barbecue, and United Medical Center, along with Retro Ranch Western Wear, Los Venados, and Tabany Insurance. And of course, our Eagle Pass Sports Central sponsors for the prediction show, Ancira Ford, where we're here today, and Brown Chevrolet and Choches Barbecue. We're going to turn it over to Eric Villaseñor, who's going to do our introductory here and introduce our special guest for today.
Thank you, Mr. Lipson. I want to take this opportunity to thank Ancira Ford for hosting us this afternoon. Also, I want to recognize our cross-country team at Wynn High School. They traveled to San Antonio on Tuesday to Southwest and came back with a district championship for the varsity boys and also a district championship for the JV boys. So credit to Yanet Rodriguez, our head coach, the staff at Wynn High School. Tremendous job. And we're looking to get another one tomorrow in Del Rio as Eagle Pass High School travels to Del Rio for the district cross-country meet. Tomorrow morning. So we with teams. At this time, I'd like to introduce.
Well, before you introduce our guest that you're bringing every week, we've got something happening in Eagle Pass. We've got some people returning to Eagle Pass, and they're kind of close to me because I'm class of 1973. We did our 50th class reunion last year, and they're doing it this year. In fact, they're doing it this weekend. And I think you have some connections to the class of 74.
Yes, my mother-in-law is class of 74, so she's really looking forward to the festivities that are planned this weekend. They will be in attendance. We actually have about 60 to 70 alumni coming in for tomorrow's Eagle Pass Eagle LBJ game. So we're very excited to host them. We're looking forward to having them in attendance at our game tomorrow, and just wishing them a great weekend of reuniting and reliving the memories.
Well, now on to our special guest. Every prediction show, you're bringing one of the head coaches from the different high schools to so that our community can get to know them, not just football, but also the other sports.
Yes, so today's guest is our head tennis coach at Wynn High School. He's been in education and in the profession for 19 years as a coach, and this is his 9th year as head coach at Wynn. Does a tremendous job with our kids. Very proud to introduce our head tennis coach, Coach Willie Kipuros.
Hello.
Well, Willie, welcome to the show, and we decided to wait and drop it on you that you're going to do the pledge before we start our broadcast. And
all right,
no, that's we just want to get
Sounds
you good
and
loose and
no
don't get
problem.
scared of those headsets.
Sure.
But Willie, we're glad to have you. Of course,
Thank you.
As you got here a little early, we talked a little bit, and I know your dad from a long way back, a long way. Tell us a little bit about your tennis program and what do you work on? I know that you've been there for a while now.
Okay. Yes. This is as far as being the head coach. A lot of what we're doing right now is what I've learned a lot in the. I go to the TTCA, which is a tennis convention, which basically they have a lot of pros out there that come in there and actually get a chance to watch some of the drills. And I think one of the basic things it's something that really helps the kids out a lot. So I have them learn to control the ball. Once they do that, then we tend to practice a lot on just hitting harder and trying to learn the different types of shots
You know,
in tennis.
we see tennis at the U.S. Open and other
Mhm.
places, and they make it look so effortlessly,
Yes.
so easy. But it really is not that
It's
easy.
extremely hard to learn to play tennis. It's the only sport that I can equate to tennis would probably be golf because obviously it's not as athletic as tennis, but
And the ball's a little slower, a little
much
smaller.
smaller, much smaller. So that makes it really tough. But when that ball comes to you, it's coming, easily, at 40, 50, 60 miles an hour. And that's probably minimum. And then like in the pros, they're probably hitting up in the 80s and 90s, even sometimes up into the hundreds. But it's coming fast, it's spinning, it's bouncing, and you have to learn to adjust. Yes, sir.
At tennis at first, and then
Mhm.
you play district, or
Correct. We have in the fall we have the team tennis, and this year I have a lot of new kids. I lost my top five uh, boys were varsity or seniors. They graduated obviously, and so the only one that stayed behind was a junior, who's now my number one boy. His name is Joaquin Renteria, and the rest are brand new kids. So our boys are a little bit on the weak side right now, but they're still learning. I have a sophomore right now, Daniel Campos, which is really really starting to pick it up. He's very competitive now as a sophomore, so I see him doing really well in the next few years. And then on the girls' side, I did keep five returning lettermen, but out of those five, they were all sophomores at that time. So I have like three juniors, and the rest are sophomores and freshmen. I have one freshman actually starting the team, so it's a pretty young team right now. And as far as this season so far, we ended up in district play 3 and 4.
well, good for you, and we thank you for all the hard work that you put in, and we're going to let Coach Villaseñor finish off this part of our prediction show.
We just want to invite the community to tomorrow night's game. It's a 7 o'clock kick as opposed to a 7:30 kickoff time. So we just want to welcome the class of '74 and also encourage our fans to attend. It's a district game, home district opener. We will be recognizing our officials as part of a UIL initiative. So we're really looking forward to that. A lot of festivities in pregame. But obviously, the focus tomorrow is an Eagle win.
Well,
and obviously, want to wish the Mavericks tomorrow road trip to Nixon and wish them well and congratulate them on their first district win as well. Awesome job.
well, Coach Kiporos, we're very glad to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And
Thank you, Coach.
I was a little worried you might want to take my job on this prediction show here. The headsets look pretty good on you. We're gonna bring in Coach Olivas and Coach Ramirez now. We're going to go ahead and do the Mavericks first here. He's got a big smile on his face, so we're going to bring him on first. Let me see if I can get him to fit in the screen here. Coach, great game. Obviously, in fact, I think it's a milestone for you. That's your first.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
That was your first victory, your first win as a varsity as a head coach. So tell us a little bit about the game and your emotions as you were going through the game.
Oh, just very excited, obviously, for everyone involved, especially our coaches. Credit to them. They're on the front line, hands-on with our kids, and especially our kids. They fought well, executed the game plan well. I think we played well in all three phases, executed well. And then a testament to them. Credit goes to all them coaches and players and everybody that's involved. Obviously, it goes under my helm, but a lot of it is for the coaches. They do a lot for our kids, and we're excited, especially for our seniors. Okay, coming up with that first win for them, and something to build off of, especially going into this week. That was our message, and we definitely expect that going into to Laredo tomorrow.
Well, most definitely, I think important for you was sometimes you get going in a game and you want to close, you want to finish, finish strong, and you certainly did.
Absolutely. As we mentioned, a lot of credit to our kids. A big highlight, of course, was our kicker, Daniel Rodriguez. We put him in good situations, and we gave him the thumbs up, and he executed. Was our leading
You put
scorer.
him to the test, didn't you?
Absolutely, yes, sir, we
Those
did.
field goals,
But
especially that first one.
yes, sir, it was a 44-yarder. Obviously, we always knew that he can do it. This time we just took a chance, and obviously he got us there. Again, gave us big points throughout, momentum along the way, and everybody else pretty much rallied behind him.
Well, let's talk to Coach. You can stay right here.
Yes,
We
sir.
can talk to Coach. I think I got him in the screen here. It's no problem with Slim there. Coach, y'all are going to take a road trip to Laredo to play Nixon. Tell us a little bit. I'm sure you've looked at the Nixon defense. What does your offense have got to do? Well, besides putting points on the board, those always help against the Nixon defense.
Hello, Mr. Lipson. Well, obviously, like Coach Ramirez mentioned, it's been a great week. Obviously, they changed a lot of the perspectives. Winning helps a lot, and we talked about it, and the kids really executed the game plan as we wanted. Obviously, this is a different opponent, different things that we need to adjust and obviously do. Laredo Nixon is a junior senior heavy group. They have a lot of experience. They're aggressive. Obviously, they're going to give us a 4. That's what we're expecting, a 4-3, front with a cover 2. They are aggressive at times with, third and long, second and long. They'll bring an extra guy down to the line, and they're going to blitz from that side, roll the safety to convert it into a cover 3. But, we have a plan now. How well are we going to execute it? Obviously, our kids, we had a great week of practice with a lot of confidence, and obviously, it's just because of the results we had. We had a lot of guys that stepped, like Coach Ramirez mentioned, and offensively and obviously defensively and special teams. But we're talking about offense. Bobby Cabrera stepped it up.
Yes, sir.
Huge. Huge. He took everything that he needed to do to perform well, and obviously we cannot leave the O-line behind. I mean, any offense, if you're going to be successful, it starts with the offensive line. And Coach Lopez and Coach Soto and Coach Lopez, because they're even matched there with the kids, they do a tremendous job. And obviously, we have a couple of receivers with explosive plays over 40 yards. John Salayanda and Jaime Rojas, and then obviously our running backs over 120 yards. Running with the ball combined. And so it was a great week. Now, can we stay consistent? Can we execute again? And obviously, it's going to change. But at the end of the day, we have the confidence, and we believe we can do it.
Well, thank you there, Coach Royce. Let's bring in my favorite over here. He was sitting over there looking at me the whole broadcast. There's nothing I'd like to look at during the broadcast. And a guy that was about, 50 pounds lighter when you used to play at Rogers Field?
About Mr. Gibson, about.
Just about. We were talking about that, how Panchito's Groceries used to make us wear those black uniforms that were hot as heck.
Button down, black on black.
Polyester.
Coach, the Nixon offense, what's it bringing, and what does the Win defense need to do?
It's funny, Mr. Lipson. We've been playing ground and pound teams the past 4 weeks. Now we get to play a spread team that is 60-40. They're throwing the ball. They're going to air it out. We're bringing back Oilers, running shoot offenses. So, it's been kind of totally the opposite of what we've done the last 3 weeks.
How difficult is that to just really completely change what you're defending?
Something, our kids had adjusted really good. Something, at the beginning we were struggling. We were trying to put the pieces together. Our kids are playing at a high level now. The past 2 weeks, I think we've given up a total of 20-something points in the last 2 games against John Jay and against Cigarro. Coach Hoffman, the two Hoffmans, they have the back end. They're doing an awesome job. Coach the double Garzas, Randy Garza and David Lee Garza, are doing a really good job with the front. And I take care of the linebackers. The kids just been working hard, doing really good.
You know, one thing that I think so many people out there overlook is the speed of the game. You've got a relatively young team. Is it, how hard is it? How many games does it really think for these kids that are coming up and say, hey, you know what? This is, you know, a little faster than I was used to at JV or freshman.
It took us like 3-4 games to get used to it. One of the things we started doing in practice, credit to Coach Ramirez, is we slowed it down in their heads. I mean, at the beginning, we're going fast. Now we slow it down. This is the call we're going to make. This is the coverage we're going to make to certain formations, and our kids been doing awesome with that. I mean, that's a credit to them because they're picking up the game, and now they're students of the game. They like to go watch huddle. They come in, hey, coach, they like to run this play out of this formation they're like doing right now, and it's awesome. I mean, it's fun to have practice now. Well,
there you go. That Coach Salas, and we're going to bring it over. He's already got his headset there. This is another guy who wants to take my job. He looks good with that headset on. Some final words from you.
No, just again excited for the opportunity again. Wishing safe travel to our American faithful traveling tomorrow. Wish good luck to our sub-varsity teams performing today. Our freshmen are headed out to Nixon High School, and the kickoff is at 5:30. And our JV will be playing here at the SAC at 5:30. Good luck to the Eagle Pass Eagles on their next mission, which is LBJ. And then just to allude to what Coach said is congratulations to our cross country teams. A little connection there. Javier Ramirez, the district champion. He's my godson, related by blood. So congratulations to him and to his team, and obviously Coach Rodriguez and the great job that they do.
So he gets his stamina and his run.
Definitely not. Absolutely not.
No, but in the old days, you weren't bad at all.
No, I mean our family's super proud of him.
When we traveled, you were always the first one at the table when we went to eat.
Gotta celebrate, Mercedes.
Well, that's the Mavericks part of our show. We're going to bring it over to this side, and we got Coach Olivas over here, and we're going to go ahead and give him a headset. And let me get us all set up here and move this over the other way. And well, Coach, you had I'm not going to say 2 weeks off because you didn't have 2 weeks off. You didn't have a game last week, but you've been working. You've been working in preparation for LBJ coming to town on Friday night.
Well, I think the first thing that we took advantage, since we didn't have LBJ film till Tuesday, on Monday and Tuesday, our morning workouts, we went ones against ones. We need to get better. LBJ runs a similar kind of offense, and we run a similar kind of defense. So we just went ones on ones, trying to get better at what we do. And at the same time, we had some kids who were banged up that needed to get healthy. And, for some reason, there was a bug going around last week too, and we had a lot of kids this week as well. But they were, trying to get healthy, trying to get ready with their grades. So there was a lot of stuff going on, regardless if we had a game or not. But like I said, we prepared Monday and Tuesday against ourselves. We got better. We simplified things, what we had to expect. And then, again, Wednesday and Thursday, we worked a little bit on LBJ. And again, this week, I think our practices went really well. We went to the SAC on Wednesday morning and had a great practice out there as well.
Well, good there. And we're going to bring in Coach Garcia over here. Tell us a little bit about his side of the ball and what is he looking forward against LBJ?
Well, LBJ's very similar to our defense. They run a 4-3. They can get into some multiple looks, but very senior loaded. Their D-line's very good. They moved some guys around in the secondary, but they're very athletic. They make plays. They've kind of kept them in games. A confident group got to come out. Our plan is to start hot, especially in the second half. We want to start really well. We haven't been able to do that since Taft. So starting both halves really hot and executing the game plan. And I think our kids are ready. We had a great week, and I think they're ready to go.
Well, there you have it from the offensive side of the ball. We're going to bring in Ricky Ruiz, the only man that has a whistle that color on the border. And well, you know, I was giving him. You can put it back on. I was giving him a hard time because a lot of people don't know that back in my day in high school, a long time ago, actually the Eagle Pass High School orange was pretty close
Bright orange.
it's a bright orange. And somewhere along when I was in high school, they went to the Texas orange, and then they changed it. And of course, for those of us that can remember, and most of you here, you've only seen Texas orange at Eagle Pass High School. But well, Coach LBJ, what does the offense look like? What are you looking for? What preparations has your defense made?
First off, we're going to say that our mindset right now is going to be, we're going to win no matter what. That's our mindset. We need to win. We need to get on the winning
Streak.
again. We need to play. We're keeping it simple. We're going to fly to the ball. We're not going to add a lot of stuff. We're just going to keep it simple and let the kids fly to the ball. Don't make them think too much. You know, they run a spread offense just like United, just like Alexander, stuff like that. But it's about us. It's not about them.
Have
Gotta
you
play.
prepared a little different sometimes? Do you expect them? Sometimes, you know, teams will come in here and all of a sudden they throw this hurry up offense at you. They don't want your defense to make any adjustments. Sometimes early in the game, sometimes, you know, later in the game. Have you seen anything from LBJ?
LBJ runs a spread offense, but they huddle up or they look at the sideline and they call their play. But the way we start practicing with pursuit, with tempo, we go right side, pass that way, we run to the play, and then we huddle up and we go to the left side. That's the way we start the practice.
Well,
Tempo.
there you have it from Coach Ricky Ruiz. We're going to put it back to Coach Roger Olivas for some final words. And, of course, game is here, and I believe it's a 7:00 game.
Yes, Morris. And first of all, I want to thank, big game versus Nixon, but, you know, hearing them out and witnessing a little bit of last week's game, they look really prepared. They look hungry, and that's what it takes. Your kids have to believe. And right now, it looks like they're headed in the right way. It looks like everybody's believing, and that carries over for us. And I think our boys had a great week of practice. They worked hard. You know, they're hungry. You know, like we tell them, stay hungry, stay humble, and again, 7:00 game. You know, come early, be loud, and let's get a win.
And we've got the class of 1974
74.
coming back for their 50th class reunion, and they will be at the game.
For her
Your storage room, huh?
Yes.
What did you give her? Some of those retro uniforms, the ones from a long time ago?
Something like that, yes.
You know, Tere Hernandez was, of course, the student body president when she was there, because
she's all pumped. She's ready to go.
I was the year before I was the student body president, and she came in after me for her class in the class of 74. So one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that we were the last class to graduate from the old high school, over there where Eagle Field is. And so the class of 74 actually was the very first class to be at Eagle Pass High School as we know it, through a new school, adjust to the difference. So that was a time where of a lot of change in our school system back then. Guys, getting to our prediction shows, I tell you what, had it not been for the Cowboys, I would have gone 10-0. Looking at it another way, if Missouri had beat A&M, Ruben would have gone, I think, 10-0. So actually, we both went 9-1. Coach Eric went 8-2, along with Coach Roger. Coach Ramirez also went 8-2. He's trying to catch up to us, but right now in the big lead, there must be something over there. Coach Graff is still spinning some magic. He's Eric's in first place, and I'm a close second, and then comes Coach Roger, then Ruben, and not too far behind is Coach Ramirez, who's going to make a great comeback before we're done here. Because if not, he's going to have to buy a lot of pancakes. But anyway, here we go, guys. Let's get going with our predictions here as we close out our show here from Ancira Ford. Our first one is Duncanville and DeSoto. We're going to let Coach Ramirez go first.
DeSoto.
DeSoto. I will take DeSoto. Coach Eric.
DeSoto.
And Roger.
I'm gonna take Duncanville.
Duncanville. And Ruben's going to send me his predictions. So
On Sunday?
no. And I got him in time last time. I didn't. And on Sunday, that's not a very good deal. That's why he's catching up. Maybe
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is here. Johnson and Reagan. Coach Ramirez.
Johnson.
Johnson. I will go. Gosh, I will go with Johnson. And Eric.
Reagan.
And Coach Roger.
Reagan.
Wow. And Ruben's going to have to make a decision there, isn't he? San Antonio Veterans Memorial and Kerrville Tivy. Rene? Tivy. I will take Kerrville, yes. And Eric?
I'm going to go Veterans Memorial.
Veterans Memorial. And Roger?
Kerrville.
New Braunfels Canyon and Samuel Clements. Rene?
Canyon.
I will take New Braunfels and Eric.
New Braunfels.
New Braunfels. Roger.
New Braunfels.
Braunfels. Getting into the college ranks. Penn State at USC. Rene.
Penn State.
I'll take Penn State and Eric.
USC.
Roger? Penn State. What about Ole Miss and LSU? Rene?
LSU.
I will take LSU. Eric?
Ole Miss.
And Roger?
Ole Miss.
That one's another one split down the middle. Kansas State at Colorado. Rene?
Kansas State.
I'll take Kansas State. Eric?
Colorado.
You're going to go with prime time. Roger?
Kansas State.
This is a good one, a very good one. Ohio State and Oregon. After last week, it was a crazy Saturday with upsets of a lot of ranked teams. Rene?
Ohio State.
I will take Ohio State. Here's a good one. Texas and Oklahoma. Rene?
Texas.
Gosh almighty, I'm gonna itch a lot here, but I'm gonna take Texas. And Eric?
Texas.
And I know Roger?
Texas.
Here we go about these Cowboys. They're here, they're there, and Lions and Cowboys. Rene?
Cowboys.
Oh, I was thinking you. And Ruben, I'll be sure and get Ruben's predictions. Gentlemen, thank you so much for another prediction show. We're here at Ancira Ford. We want to, before we close off, we want to thank all of our sponsors, especially from Universal Media, from KINL, Sangar Furniture, La Villita Tortilla Factory, Maverick Auto Glass, Border Federal Credit Union, Stat Emergency, Texas Diamond Garage, Jad Harper, Attorney at Law, Saritas Tortilla Factory, Joe Ruiz, Ruiz and Associates, Loretta Menos State Farm, Choches Barbecue, United Medical Center, UMC, Retro Ranch Western Wear, Los Venados, Tabany Insurance, And of course, we want to thank our Eagle Pass Sports Central sponsors, most especially Ancira Ford, who is hosting us today, Brown Chevrolet, and Choche's Barbecue. And we will see you next week.